What is up, guys? Welcome to Revistep. I know it's been a long time, but I have another interesting install for you today. I'm sure most of you have probably seen that like walk through whatever of the install, but I purchased the 034 mounts, which are very close to stock ones. And the reason why I did that is I had the Torque Solution engine mount, which was right over here, and right now it's sitting right here. The reason why I did that is there were a lot of vibrations, especially with it being like getting cold outside and winter coming. The rubber, it seemed like the rubber on cold starts was very rough. So I decided to switch. I was hearing a lot of noises. I could actually hear my injectors of my car firing inside the car, which created a very like weird like knock or vibration or whatever. So I was not happy with that. So I went shopping and I decided to go with the 034 engine and transmission mount. There is already a video of how to install the engine mount, which is this guy right here. It's really simple. I'll post the link of the video. It's the exact same procedure as the Torque Solution mount. Just these 4 bolts, remove the tank, etc., and you get done. So that one over there, which is this guy, the transmission mount, goes over here. I have never done that before in this car, so it's very interesting for me to learn how to do it, as well as you guys see what I have to do. So I'm going to start going on that. At the end of the video, I'll give you guys an actual comparison, I guess, because I drove with this mount for a while, I drove with that mount for a while, and now I'm going to drive with that mount in the engine bay. So far, this mount, the 034 mount, feels great, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the video, or towards the end of the video. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack up the car, and I'm going to start removing these parts. So what we have to do to install this mount or to get access to it is remove the box, the intake box, potentially remove this intake hose. I don't think we have to do that, but I don't know how it's going to go. Remove the battery, unclip the ECU. Do not disconnect the ECU. Never touch this, never attempt to disconnect it. Unclip the ECU and just move it to the side over here. Once I get to the actual mount where you guys can see it, I'm gonna start the video again. So for now, I'm gonna jack up, as I said, I'm gonna jack up the car and clear out this shit out of the way. I'll be right back. Well, that was quick. So, I removed, this thing doesn't have to come off, I just removed the intake box. The ECU is here on the side, and the wires are kind of disconnected. So I have full access to the mount. You can see I have access to the 2 bolts here and the 2 bolts back here. And these are the 3 bolts that have to come off. The only issue I really had, and it's really simple to figure out, but this wiring harness, you don't have to take that off. I mean, you can see how much flex there is, but it has these little legs, and these little legs go in these little holes over here. So all I have to do is just put a screwdriver in there and just, you know, lift it up, and it comes up, you can see. So that gives you enough space to access all the bolts. And that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace, or actually I'm going to take this mount out, and I'm going to put the new one in, but first I want to compare the mount. So let me take it out. Another thing to notice is down here, I would say support the transmission, not on the pan itself, but support the transmission where it's connecting to the engine with a wooden block. And don't really jack it up, just support it enough to where it doesn't fall down, so the holes of the engine stay like it even place. And then when you're threading in actual bolts back, these guys, do it by hand, thread all the bolts back in first by hand, and then use a tool, but don't tighten it all the way up. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to take the old one in and compare it to the one from 034. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, here's the old one, here's the new one. Let me take this guy out the little wrapping so we can compare them. New, old, or I guess as they say, factory. So here's what it looks like really. Here's another test you can do. Oops. Good thing this is the one that's going in the trash. But you can see how easy I can move this one. And here's the 034 one. You can't really, I mean, you can still move it, but it's not as much as this guy. This guy has a lot of give and flex. So obviously, the 034 is a little bit better, but also it won't create vibrations, which I'm really excited about. So finally, my car, the way it's set up, it has the HPA dog bone mount, which I love. That's a really good one. I know a lot of people having problems with that one, like breaking or falling apart. Mine is still doing well, so I'm not sure I got lucky or whatever. And I have the 034 engine and tranny mounts, which will be awesome. I'm kind of excited to find out how it feels once the car's in the road. So let me put this guy back in. The reversal process is very self-explanatory. There's a lot of guides online, so I'm not gonna waste your time with that. And then I'm gonna give you my review once I come back from a drive. So I drove for about 100 miles or so. Sorry the garage is closed if you guys enjoy the beautiful view outside, but it's getting really cold and it's getting late at night. Winter's here where I'm at, so I have a limited time of filming. The mounts are great. There's a little bit of vibration when the car is parked after I installed the transmission mount, but it's very negligible. It's nothing. And when you drive the car, oh my god, the DSG shifts are just crisp, smooth. It just feels great, and it feels like the car should have came out from the factory just like that. So in my opinion, the mounts from 034 Motorsports, they're just like the perfect fit when you want those crispy smooth shifts, and also you don't care about vibrations. What I mean by you don't care about vibrations, they're non-existent. There's a tiny vibration again when the car is parked, but that's it. When you drive, it feels so good. When I had the Torque Solutions, I don't want to speak bad about them. I know I did a review for them, stuff like that. The mount was great at first, but after a long while driving, and I guess because of the cold weather, the rubber became super tough. So that specific mount, it's a great mount if you just want to go autocrossing or racing, whatever. It's a great mount. It's very solid. But after the weather starts getting colder and stuff like that, and when you just daily drive the car, it's a bit rough. And you hear certain noises that I thought my car was just breaking down, which is not the case. It was the mount transferring the noises into the cabin. But overall, the 034 Motorsports mounts were phenomenal. I really am happy with the purchase that I made. I hope this video helps you decide on what kind of mounts if you want to go that route. The Torque Solutions mount will be on sale, so if you guys want to try it out, just give me a message or whatever. I'm selling it. I'm not gonna charge for a lot of money. Obviously, it's a used mount, but still, it would be nice to make some of the money back so I can, continue modding this car. But again, thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was insightful. I hope it gives you a little suggestions to what route you should go depending on if you want vibrations and performance and so on. Please drop a like if you like this video. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. I really appreciate the subscriptions. We've been growing slowly and getting close to 1,000. I'll see you guys later.